Hello everyone, I hope that you're all having a wonderful day. In this video I'll be breaking down the new console mod drop that just happened in Baldur's Gate 3's mod manager. Now there's only 11 mods, but this does offer probably something for everyone. It features new dyes, new eyes, more items, some fixes, and some more experience mods and much more, which I'll break down in this video. So I guess the first one I want to talk about is the Baldur's Gate 3 unlocked broken items fixed. So Baldur's Gate 3 has a lot of items that don't work properly, unfortunately. They may say you get something out of the item, but that does not always mean that you will actually get it. Now, patch 8, if you've seen my video talking about it, they actually changed to the Knife of the Undermountain King will now give advantage on attacks against obscured enemies, which is actually huge because that's perfect for a rogue. But this mod here fixes a lot of things like the Gloves of the Battle Mage's power. These do not do anything in the base game, and they're actually quite a powerful piece of equipment for things like bards or paladins. What they do is whenever you attack with a weapon attack, you increase your arcane acuity, which is an increase to your spell save DC and spell attack rolls, meaning the enemy has to roll a higher number to avoid getting hit by your crowd control or spells, you name it. And this will now properly give you the arcane acuity stacks. There's also the helmet of arcane acuity. This works crazy good on arrow of many targets, which can hit and give you a huge spell save DC for only one attack. And then you can land a spell with like the Band of the Mystic Scoundrel and get your hold persons to land much more frequently. This is a huge fix. We also got ourselves a fix for the Enraging Heart Garb, which never did anything either, unfortunately. This will now properly give you stacks of Wrath. There's now a fix for the Shadow Blade, which will properly make it work normally. So this will properly give you advantage on your attacks with it. It does give you give advantage on bow attacks too, but they couldn't fix that. The Pyro Quickness hat also has a fix, which if you use a Quicken spell, which is probably what you're going to be wanting to do with this, it actually eats up the extra bonus action you would get from it, so it actually makes the Pyro Quickness hat much better now. We also got a fix for the Bone Spike helmet, which whenever you rage, you would do a psychic attack, and if they saved on it, they would take no damage. Now they'll take half damage that they properly should be. The Marksman hat will now give you a +1 bonus to offhand attacks. Previously, it would only give main hand attacks at +1, so this is now fixed. Boots of Speed in the base game, the user receives disadvantage on their own attacks of opportunity instead of against them. This is now fixed, so that's obviously a nerf, and they now have it properly done right. And Duke Ravengard's Longsword previously used to give you temporary health based on whoever you're attacking. Now it's going to give you temporary health based on your charisma modifier of the wielder, which makes this work properly. So this just fixes a lot of the game's items that were previously bugged. So that's a huge fix. I like that one. This mod was made by Tyson Maniac 1. We also got ourselves a mod here, Infernal Katana, the Demonic Blade. I love Skirby's mods. This is another fantastic item mod that they've delivered for us. So what this ends up looking like, so they got item here with the Infernal Katana chest. So you got like this hip ones, you got the, and then you also got ones that you can put on your back. There's two-handed, one-handed versions of these, and there's also a sheath that you can put on it. So what these end up looking like, as you're gonna see here, they look nice. They got that katana appearance to them, and I guess I'll equip both of them there so you get an idea of what they end up looking like. These are the two hip ones. They look crazy cool to have two hip katanas here, and they do give extra attacks as per usual with Skirby's different weapon mods. So they are a bit powerful, obviously. That's typically what happens with these, but they give you some very cool effects. So yeah, these will deal additional force damage on the target. And targets hit by this receive a stackable blood seal at 4 stacks. They take damage. And when the seal explodes, it gives the user blood rage. You ignore resistances at level 7. And as you can see, as you continue to level up, you get different weapon attacks. So all the way up to level 11, you get different abilities with these. So there's also the sheath here that you can use as a, it's a musical instrument sloth. So you can put that on there to give yourself a sheath to put them in. So that is kind of nice. You can see there the sheath is now around the weapon. I think that's really cool and a unique way to do it. So if I were to just toss that off, you're gonna see there the katana no longer has the sheath on it. So these are cool. I'm a big fan of all Skirby's mods, and they've got a few different ones: slashing focus, stabbing focus. So if you want to do piercing damage or slashing damage, you got your options here. So it's really cool. I won't get too far into this, but this is another mod that's made by Skirby. Everything they do is gold, so yeah, shout out to them. We also got ourselves the Draconic Elf Armor set. Now this is a set that gives us a few different armor pieces. So you can see here we got the Elven artifacts, and what this gives is a helmet that gives proficiency while wearing it, 2 less damage, +2 to spell save throws against spells. And you can see a magical darkness cannot be blinded, which is huge, and constitution saving throws +2. So this allows you to see in dark vision, magic. This is also the mithril chain, which is medium armor, gives you 20 armor class. You get proficiency for wearing it. +2 to initiative, and you cannot be critical hit. There's also the silver comet weapon here, giving the comet smasher. So this gives you that unique ability here, which breaks restrain, paralyze, and stuns, similar to the other hammer that you get in the game. Silver star +3 on hit, doubles the damage for your strength modifier, similar to the Baldur and Giant Slayer. And this is just another nice weapon. Looks like the adamantine weapons, which look nice. And there's a couple different versions of it. And there's also the Draconic soul. This kind of similar effects as the other one, but it has the burning on it, which is pretty cool. So yeah, if we're to equip these, you can see what this all looks like. It's just the same as the normal mithril chain armor that you get, the elven chain, I should say. But it also gives us their Draconic version here, so you get the Draconic plate. This is a bit bulkier. And with this item, you get yourself a 22 armor class, +3 initiative, resistance to fire damage, can't be burned, takes 6 less damage, resistance to lightning, and you get proficiency in the weapon, disadvantage on stealth checks, and cannot be critically hit. This gives you a +6 to your spell save DC and attack rolls, resistance to poison, acid damage, and additional force damage on your attacks, and psychic damage. Draconic cloak, on hit, the target takes an additional 2d10 of necrotic damage, and as long as they are in a construct, and you gain health points for the damage that you deal, +5 to persuasion and intimidation. The Draconic boots, you cannot be forcibly moved by difficult terrain. If you fail a saving throw, you can use your reaction to succeed again, and you get resistance to psychic damage. The Wind Snatcher bow adds additional damage equal to your strength modifier, increase the critical hit chance, doubles proficiency bonus while rolling ranged weapon attacks, +3 to initiative, and affix the enemy with fairy fire. And then also the helmet, a bunch of extra effects there too. So yeah, these are very powerful. And then it has a bag of trinkets to give you a ring that does additional fire, lightning, poison, cold, and acid damage on your attacks. This ring will improve all your scores by 10, and this one will give you additional radiant and necrotic damage, and you cannot be blinded and you see in darkness. So a lot of these are pretty OP and meant to be, you know, game-changingly strong. So use this if you will. It's not for everyone, but it's definitely an option there. Now, this is a fun mod. This is start with the Oathbreaker unlocked. So this allows you just to go, and if you're to respec at Withers, you can pick the Oathbreaker Knight right away. So when you're starting off, or whenever you respec at Withers, you get the option to choose the Oathbreaker. So you get all the things that come with it, like Spiteful Suffering, and you can enable or disable the Oathbreaker tag. So Maleficus 32, can't pronounce that. They created this mod, and it doesn't take away the ability to break your oath as well, so that's just nice to know. We also got ourselves the Isley's Pigments, a dye mod. Now this is a cool mod because, again, I really like any type of dye mods that you can get in Baldur's Gate 3, and this adds a ton of nice looking ones. So what they end up looking like, I'll just show it off on this set of armor here. There's 38 different appearances, and you can see they all come with their own kind of color guide and show you what it'll look like. That was a feisty dye. They look really good, I must say. This is a really well done dye mod, especially for those that are looking for something new. I've been using a lot of Faerun colors, and sometimes you just want something a little different. So this offers a ton of different ones. What's cool is it'll also dye the metal parts of the armor, so you can get a really unique appearance going with some of these ones. And yeah, I'd recommend trying these out and applying it to different armor sets that you may like from the base game, because this does add a lot of new ways to make your armor look cool. So as a big fan of dyeing, customization, and all that kind of stuff, this is great for me. So yeah, just want to highlight this mod by Isley here, as it offers a ton of different appearances. You can just see here what this ends up looking like on a bunch of different armor sets in the game. This will also work on modded armor too, which I think is awesome. So yeah, it just adds a bunch of colors. I won't get too deep into this, but we also got ourselves the 5R D&D Backgrounds Player's Handbook 2024 mod by Jouv. And what this does is it changes some of the backgrounds to give you level 1 feats, which aren't present in Baldur's Gate 3. So like, for example, if you take the Acolyte here, you get the skill proficiencies in Insight and Religion, and it gives you the Guidance spell, Light, and Bless. The Artisan here gives you Insight and Religion, and spells you get the Artisan's Tool, Summon a Tool, Thieves' Tool, Shovel, or Disarm. Knock, once per rest. Artisan's Weapon, Pact Weapon, and Bind Weapon from Warlock, but it works with your spell casting ability. That's pretty cool. So that's great for Spellblade type builds, and this does give you worse skill proficiencies because you lose out on the Persuasion skill proficiency is one thing that I noticed, but it's more accurately reflecting from the Player Handbook 2024. And things like the Criminal will give you the alert feat for the +5 initiative, so it actually gives you some actual benefits to taking the different backgrounds. Typically backgrounds give you your inspiration. Some of them are better than others, like the guild artisan in the base game, because with that one you just get persuasion proficiency, and some of them are much easier to be able to get yourself inspiration from, like again the guild artisan. So this adds a lot of different things to the game, like the wayfarer gets a lucky feat, savage attacker for the soldier, and it fits thematically. So I think this is a nice mod for those who just want to switch things up a little bit. We also got ourselves more eye colors. Now, yeah, you can see that person looks faded right now. Yeah, that's kind of what that eye set does. Now we just got ourselves, I like rock shimmering eyes. This is what I'm currently using right now. But this adds a bunch of new eyes. So you can see here, we got the mod green eyes. I'll just go through all of them. Blue eyes. They are actually really nice looking eyes. You got the white eyes, red eyes, which, yep, you get faded. We also have ourselves purple eyes with some faded, topaz eyes, light green eyes, gold eyes. This one's my favorite, the silver eyes. These just look nice, they glow. And then also we got orange eyes here, so just adds a few different eyes. I have rocks everyone can glow mod installed, so it's making my eyes glow. Typically they wouldn't glow like that. They would look more like the ones that you see here. So yeah, just a nice little quality of life change, I guess customization change should say. And yeah, that's pretty solid. We also got ourselves infinite alchemy components. This mod's made by Baldur from Nexus Mods. This just makes it so your alchemy gear does not run out. So whenever you go to like make a item with the alchemy tab here, you won't run out of gear. So you can put these things together, make whatever type of concoctions. It's actually kind of funny. I talked about alchemy in the past. I had people being like, what? There's alchemy in this game? There's actually a very detailed alchemy system to Baldur's Gate 3. Yeah, this game is fantastic, guys. If you haven't done any alchemy, try it out. You can make potions, you can make different elixirs. It's just a lot of fun. I, on all my playthroughs now, run around grabbing as many items as I can because I want to make as many of these as possible. You can make grenades, you can make these elixirs. Some of them are very powerful. They give you like the effects of a long rest, or the bloodlust, which will give you the ability to give yourself an extra action if you take out an enemy, which is crazy. On Lae'zel, she's running around, 3 attacks, takes someone out, 3 more attacks, bonk, goes crazy. You also can create some potions, like the potion of angelic slumber here, gives you the long rest benefits. You can create health potions. Yeah, the list goes on. Just wanted to bring a little attention to that because some people don't even know there's alchemy in the game. So there is. You can do it, and infinitely now with this mod. We also got ourselves Infernal Intimate stockings for all. I'm not going to get into that, but you guys can understand this adds a lot of different stockings to the game. So they're all in the tutorial chest. There's mods that allow you to summon that in, so you can check that out. Mods made by Nick Jima here, and they made some other really great mods too that you may have had downloaded in the past, like the House of Hope Couture here, A Devil You Know, Raphael's Ornaments, I love that one, and much more. We also got ourselves a mod called the Extra Mithril Ore. So in the Adamantine Forge, you only get 2 pieces of it. This now adds 4, so you can use all 6 of the molds to make all the weapons. Small quality life change, but it makes it better for if you go to fight the big metal stompy boy in the forge itself. Thumbs up from Jay. And finally, we got ourselves the XP multiplier times 1000. Now, I'm not actually sure. One of these got added today. I don't know if it's the 1000. I don't know if it's the 100 times. I don't know if it's the 10 times. One of them got added, and it's now in the game. So I might be the 1000 times, I think. I really don't know. But if you're looking for XP mods and you have the cheaters ring installed, you can just summon that in using the cheaters ring. So it might be better than just getting this multiplier, because this just doesn't feel like you level up really fast with it, but you can also just level up really fast using potions whenever you feel like you need that adjustment in level in the game. But I digress. That's just my opinion. So yeah, this may not be the absolute best console mod drop that we've ever gotten. Not all of them can be the best, but I still want to highlight this because I was getting asked about it. And yeah, I still think for what it's worth, this is not a bad one. It has some things that people wanted in it. It may not have new class mods, but I feel like we'll get some next week. And yeah, we'll see what happens with Baldur's Gate 3's mod manager. Hopefully some great mods get added next week. I'm just happy to see that Scurvy mod got added. But thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the subscribe button below. Appreciate all the support, everyone. I hope you all have a great day, and we'll see you all in the next video.